And I'm your host. We're back, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. The world is rejecting these world leaders, these European leaders that are pro-EU. The world is rejecting them. There's the picture going around the internet this morning. Good morning from the office, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. Chief@fetchernews.com. 4 down, Merkel to go. That is going around the internet. The Italian Prime Minister out of here. 4 down, Merkel to go. And that's the picture of French president, I forget his name. Like I really need to know it. I mean, you know, like who takes the time to learn the French president's name? Like I care. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm just not doing, oh my God, now we have a real Paris panic because I have caused a diplomatic, I have just caused a diplomatic panic here because I don't know the president of Paris's name. It's or something like that. That's how you have to say it. Anything. That'll fit anybody in Paris. The Italian Prime Minister and Barack and Cameron there. 4 down, 1 to go. Now, a Twitter storm at DonaldTrump.com. Now, the controversy, and I asked you this morning, chief@fetchernews.com, 706-889-9700. We are going 3 ways. Oh, that's my background. Okay, I'm going to tell you about my background here in a minute. Let me get out of there just a minute. This is my background this morning. Look at the stockings all hung with care by the chimney. Look at the ribbon. That's nice, isn't it?
That looks like my house back there.
That's really nice. I like that. That's the background. Folks, send me your background. This is one of our viewers. We won't use your name, only if you ask us to. If you ask us to use your name, we will. But the other day, one of our viewers seen our background, our Christmas background, and they sent me this picture and said, you're welcome to use this as the background. So this is our Christmas background. This is from one of our viewers. Send us yours. 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com. Send us your Christmas decorated background at your house, and we may use it this month. So thank you very much. That's our background. Now, China, okay, China. Now, are you upset that he took the call from the Taiwan president-elect there in Taiwan? Are you upset with that? I want to know. Okay, and I'll tell you why, all right? I'll tell you why, because Donald Trump has the media's head is coming off, as always, right? The media's head's coming off. So let's do the Trump 1. Put Trump 1 up there, tweet. This is from Twitter, okay? Okay, and tell me where I need to get, if I need to get over this way. Do I need to get over this way? Yeah. Okay. Now, if you can't see that, I'll read that for you. Okay.
Yeah,
that's the, huh?
Yeah, I'm editing that for them to see.
Okay. Did China ask us if it was okay to devalue their currency? Did they ask us? Did they call? Yo! Did they making it hard for our companies to compete? Did they heavily tax our products going into? Go to number 2. Their country? The U.S. doesn't tax them. Did they do that? Or to build a massive military complex in the middle of the South China Sea? I don't think so. That's Donald Trump. Their heads are spinning off. He's talking to you. Go to 1 again. Let's read it in its entirety and we'll break it down. Did China ask us if it was okay to devalue their currency, making it hard for our companies to compete? Okay? Now, the reason this is important is because everybody's head is spinning off about the 35% tax. But Donald Trump's looking at the big picture. Devaluing currency, making it hard for our companies. So when he says, everybody says, oh, he's going to dictate to our companies how they can do business in America. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to make the playing field equal for you. Donald Trump's going to make it to where Carrier does not need to even look at leaving. that they can compete in the world being right here. So making it hard for our companies to compete, heavily tax our products going into, next one, going into, no, that's not it.
Okay, wrong one.
There it is. Their country, going into their country, the U.S. doesn't tax them. Or to build a massive military complex in the middle of the South China Sea? I don't think so. Now take those off. All right, now that is about China. So you're going to tell me I can't take a call from Taiwan? You're going to tell me you can just go out in the South China Sea with Japan, the Philippines, Taiwan, Korea? I mean, you're just going to go out there and lie and tell everybody you're building a resort, and the next thing you know, you can land the most massive aircraft that you have in the Chinese military on this. You built a base in the South China Sea. Barack didn't care. I do. Our allies in the region do. You need to understand, I'm going to support our allies. Now, you may not believe Taiwan is a sovereign nation. Okay, fine. But I believe that what you did in the South China Sea, with our allies, okay, and devaluing currency and making it hard for our companies to compete, all the above, taxing our goods coming to you, but we don't tax you. And I can't take a phone call. Oh, you've lost your damn mind. That's exactly right. Now, China may have, oh my God, they filled out a complaint. Give me a complaint form. Give me a form. I'm going to file a complaint, make it official. China's complaint made it official. Oh my God. And who else? I mean, who would it be to? Oh no, not the UN or anything that's one of those great groups within the world that is peacekeeping everywhere and keeping, I'll take the call, whoever I want to talk to. Now, we like you, China. We want to trade with you. We want to be friends with you. We have no problem with you. So when I land, put the steps at the front of the damn plane and stand at the bottom, put the red carpet out, shake my hand for the world to see, and maybe we can work things out. Really? Now, all right, the heads are spinning off. Let's get into this one. The heads are spinning off about Carrier. Now, let's go to 3. Now, do you have 3 up?
Yes.
Can you stay in order? I mean, I just got to go from 1 to 8. I know you had Common Core math. So, I mean, I just got to go. All right, we're up to 3. What is this? Okay, the U.S. is going to substantially, was that 3? I got to make sure. You got to watch Cole.
Yep, that's the one I'm saying.
Okay. All right, you are correct. The U.S. is going to substantially reduce taxes and regulation on businesses but any business that leaves our country for another country. That's way here in Carrier. Folks, have you had any of the media actually tell you that Donald Trump could not do anything with Carrier? Have you? Do you realize that in the state of Georgia, okay, do you realize, have you seen the commercials, do business in New York? They don't have Obama. Do you see do business in New York commercials? Okay. Do you know why Georgia is now being called the Hollywood of the South, and hundreds of movies and video production companies have moved to the Atlanta area from Hollywood? Do you know why? California that voted for Hillary, the taxations, the regulations, every single thing that has happened in the Hollywood of the West has sent them, the business people. Now the actors are still lefty whack jobs, okay? All right, but it sent the business people that the tax structure, all of the benefits, the perks that Georgia gave out to Georgia, right? Let me explain something about Carrier. Donald Trump, out of the $7 million in tax credits Let me tell you how much he gave. The U.S. government gave. 0. Oh, over here. I got to go over here for the 0. Okay, it's over here somewhere. 0. Zip, 0, zilch. You can't do that. Trump couldn't give him a tax break. He legally cannot give a tax break. Tax abatement can only be given by the state. So the state of Indiana said, if you will do this investment and keep these jobs here, we will defer we will give you a $7 million tax break. Okay, let's get in the weeds on that a little bit. The state of Indiana did that. What did Trump do? Because see, Pence went to them and said, hey, Carrier, can we do something with the state? Can the state? No, the ship sailed. We're already building the factory. No, we don't want incentive. We're not looking for state incentives. We're not looking for this and that. We're going. All right, so the attempt was made. Here's all Donald Trump did in this deal that the media will not tell you. He picked up the phone and said, hey, can we not do something? If the state is willing to meet you in this area to give you some tax breaks, you make some more investment. First of all, he starts out, hey, do you want to stay? Yeah, I want to stay. Okay, we solved that. You want to stay. How do we do that? Okay, now the media wants to talk about the jobs that are already going to Mexico from Carrier. He can't help that. But 1,100 are staying that were not going. Okay, the whole deal was going. So the state, so Trump says, look, the state of Indiana is going to give you X. They're going to give you X in a tax break. They're going to do that. You're going to invest X. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a commitment over the phone right now to go through the 54 regulations that is attacking your company. Because Carrier says to Trump, hey, it's not just, the tax breaks. It is the daggone regulations. There's regulations on coatings. The regulations are eating us alive. I mean, the regulations are causing us not to be able to do business. And that's just the bottom line. Okay? So, Trump says, here's what I'm going to do. Indiana is going to give you the tax break. So don't listen to what Trump gave a $7 million tax break. And is he going to give tax breaks to everyone? The government may make an adjustment in the tax rates, but Donald Trump cannot go to individual businesses, as the media wants to portray, and make a deal on a tax for a business by himself. He can't do it. The state of Indiana did that. What he did is guaranteed two things to Carrier. He guaranteed a business climate that they could profit in, okay? And that he would make sure that he went through the 54 regulations, and the ones that were not positive in the fact of safety for employees or good for the company, for the people there, they would be gone. Those are the commitments he made. So Indiana fulfilled what they said they would do, and Trump's going to fulfill what he said he's going to do on the regulations, and Carrier is staying. Do not fall 1 minute for the fact that Donald Trump gave Carrier a penny and a tax break. He can't do it. Now, will he cut across the board when he becomes president? Will he cut taxes for corporations to make them more able to do business? Let's get back to the tweets. But don't fall for the Carrier deal. Okay, hey, put that tweet back up. Where'd it go? Okay. The U.S. is going to substantially reduce taxes and regulations on business, but any business that leaves our country for another. So you're over here, you're making widgets, and you got 300 employees, and you just decide to leave. Hey, I'm leaving. Well, okay, all right, you're leaving. So first step, we're going to make it to where you can do business. The media's leaving that out. There's really no reason for you to leave. Now go to the next one. They're in order there. Fires their employees. If you decide to leave, you're making widgets across town, and you decide to leave and fire your employees, okay? Bottom line, and you leave, and build a new factory or plant in another country. Now, this is after I go through and I make this country the place to do business first, and then think it will sell its products back to the U.S. Go ahead, next one. Without retribution or consequences is wrong. Wrong, okay? There will be a tax on our soon-to-be strong border. Strong border, oh yeah, no wall? Yeah, strong border. On strong border, 35% for these companies. Next one. Wanting to sell their products, cars, AC units, etc., back across the border. This tax will make leaving financially difficult, but what's the last one? Is this the last one? But these companies are able to move between all 50 states with no tax or tariffs being charged. Please be forewarned prior to making a go to the next one, expensive mistake. The United States is open for business. Folks, what do you think with that? All right, end of tweets. Is that the last one?
Yep.
Yeah. United States is open for business. What do you think about that? Now, first, the media's head spinning off. What do you think? 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. What do you think? The United States is open for business. Okay? Now, he tells you right in the beginning, Trump tells you right from the start, he says, hey, I'm going to make it to where you have no reason to leave. Okay? Now, there's something about being a patriot, and there's something about, looking out in the warehouse and seeing 300 Americans out there working. And if the guy or the girl or whoever is lazy, fire them. Get them out of there. Get somebody else in that wants the job. Okay? I don't care what color, what sex, or if they can't figure out what sex. I don't care who they are. What they can't figure out. If they're not working, get them out. Put somebody else in. But you look out in the warehouse and you see 300 jobs manufacturing something, and you are given all the regulations that were holding you back are gone. The EPA is, not a thing of the past. We have worker safety, and outside that, all of these regulations are gone on you. You have a tax structure that you just cannot beat. There's no good reason for you to pick up and leave. But you pick up and leave, and you think you're going to sell your products back. Because see, here's what the media misses on all of this. Consumer. Donald Trump is the president of we the people, and he says, we're not buying your stuff. And you know what? Yeah, if the guy down the street makes air conditioners, and you're going to take your air conditioner somewhere else and sell them back, you might have trouble selling your air conditioner next to the guy down the street. Because I'm going to be American first at all times. Everything's going to be America first. Now, you can move within the 50 states. So if your governor decides to give better tax incentives or you want to move, hey, that's states' rights. See, Donald Trump's not going to get the federal government involved in states' rights as far as moving your company across the state. No way. That's not his to do. What do you think on that? I think people have totally missed the boat of what he's trying to say. Now, I'm not interested. I don't like tariffs. I don't like these taxes. I don't like that. But I think people, I'll tell you what, it'd be awful darn nice to go to Black Friday. Here's the damn truth, okay? Let me finish this up. I'm going to go. Now, I don't know. I want to know from you. I could be wrong on all of this. There's a chance. Yeah, I'm saying there's a chance. I could be wrong. Is this being recorded? I sure hope not. Anyhow, let me ask you a question. Wouldn't it be nice next year to go to Black Friday and fight over a TV that was made in America? Wouldn't it be like exciting, like to fight over a TV that was made, or fight over a phone that was made in the USA? Wouldn't that be exciting? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, we're coming to you in 3 different ways this morning. Let me explain a couple things to you. One, we are now streaming live on Facebook. We are now streaming live on our YouTube channel, and we are now streaming live on fyntv.com directly there. So we're coming in 3 different ways: Facebook Live, YouTube, and fyntv.com. Now, how do you find us? Real simple. Go to fetchyournews.com. Up in the right-hand corner. Could you crop out that top right-hand corner of fetchyournews.com where all those are at? How long would it take you to do that? And let me show the folks. I'll do it in the next commercial.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do that. We'll show you how to get there. Anyhow, Dr. Ben Carson is in. Trump chooses Ben Carson as HUD Secretary. That is making my day. Housing and urban development. You got to look at the background. Of Ben Carson. Look at his background. I think Trump's promise he made to the inner city. You remember the "what the hell do you have to lose" comment to the black community, the inner city, where Chicago has surpassed 700 murders. Sanctuary cities needs to end. Sanctuary campuses, that needs to just be a joke, and it should not be allowed. Any campus that considers themselves a sanctuary campus, all funding, all state college funding, all funding. You do realize, if I'm wrong, email me today, but all student loans were taken over by the federal government, are now backed 100% by the federal government. Yes, and we're getting ready to bail out probably over some, but you got that? Show that before we go to break. Okay, you see right there? Okay, you see right there, up there where the ticker's running? Okay, the little up there in my right-hand corner. Okay, that's my right. My left?
Brother, yeah.
Okay, right there. Where am I at here? Right there. How do I find that? I can't find it. That is the Facebook. Go to fetchyournews.com. Up there in the top corner is the Facebook. You click on that and hit like, and then you will know when we're live. Next to that is Twitter, @FetchYourNews. @FetchYourNews is Twitter. And then our YouTube channel. Go there. Now subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it'll tell you every time we're live. So take us to break. We come back to 54th District. I just want to touch on some things. This is the day I'm going to start looking at this, and I need your help out there on some information. The State Senate 54th seat special election. Cole, take us to break.